Strider, Wyatt, the foundation. What's it gonna take? Huh? You wanna cheat me? You wanna play the numbers game? What do I need to do? Get some steel chairs? You want me to bring a dog collar to the ring? I'll find any weapon I need. There's gotta be something around here I can use. Let me see. Let me tell you something. This is all you need. And believe me, it works. It works in the bar, it works in the ring, it works everywhere. Damn it.
Hey, see, we run the ring, we run the yard, we run it all, run it all. Kansas, what you screaming out? KC, we run the ring, we run the yard, we run it all, run it all. Kansas, what you screaming out? What you screaming out? What you talking about? What you screaming about? Fight KC, everybody say, fight KC, come on, come on. Fight KC, what you screaming out? Fight KC, what you talking about? Fight KC, come on, fight KC. Fight KC, what you talking about?
Wow, Marty, it looks like the Faces of Fear have lent a special weapon to Jack Foster in his war against the Foundation. Haku/Meng gave him the rights to the Tongan death grip.
This just might be exactly what Jack Foster needs to put the Foundation down. This is Marty Bell.
And I'm Ben Miller.
And we have an exciting hour of professional wrestling.
That's right, starting off with our first matchup of the evening, which is Rashid Ali, the debuting Rashid Ali taking on Mike Outlaw.
In the next contest, the Lakota Warrior Red Cloud takes on the Howletts, Leo Howlett.
That's right, and in our main event, it's the Faces of Fear, Meng and the Barbarian, taking on the champions Dakota Draper and the Raging Bull Maverick.
Ben, I think that it's going to be very interesting seeing the debut of Rashid Ali. He walks around with this air of being better than everybody else, and I don't know that Mike Outlaw's going to allow that.
Well, Rashid Ali comes from he says from Miami, and boy is he flashy, and we'll see if that flash is backed up with a little bit of substance when he goes one-on-one with Mike Outlaw.
Let's head down to the ring.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to another hour of the NWL. I'm Ben Miller, sitting with Ryan McGillicuddy.
Yeah,
and
we have
a huge debut here tonight on NWL television, which is Rashid Ali.
Yes, this guy, he showed me around town. He has the greatest cars. I mean, we went to some of the swankiest clubs in the Midwest. I mean, this guy's the guy you want to be friends with, Ben. Stop calling him Pitbull. He's so much better looking than Pitbull.
So Rashid Ali, not a lot is known about this guy. What we do know is that he says he is from Miami Beach, Florida, and he has something. He says he's loaded. He says he's and you can apparently you can vouch for that.
Yeah, we had Crystal. We had a lot of stuff going on that night, Ben. And this guy knows how to party. He knows how to. If you're friends with Rashid Ali, he'll take you places. And unfortunately, some of these guys in the back don't understand that yet. He's gonna have to beat it in their heads.
Here comes a veteran of the NWL who's really endeared himself to the fans here at Overland Park.
You can't stop me. No, you can't stop me. Yeah, you can't stop me.
What is this? Taking it off and giving it to a fan. What is he, Bret Hart? Come on. Rashid Ali, he can give you real gold. He can give you real rides in his limousine.
Well, I mean, let's be real about it. Over the past couple of weeks, Mike Outlaw has really endeared himself to the fans of the NWL wherever we've been across the city and the Midwest. Mike Outlaw has been on a roll since changing his attitude, if you will, towards maybe being more of a fan favorite here in the NWL.
For some reason, they like him here. Mike Outlaw has been very good in the ring. But Rashid Ali, with his television debut here for the NWL, we'll see how it works out for Outlaw once Rashid gets his hands on it.
Rashid Ali, I don't even know if he's
bow up to him.
What did you just say?
Bowing up to him.
Good Lord, please never say that again in a broadcast. Oh, there we go. Rashid, it looks like he was trying for a sucker punch earlier, but gets it off now, throwing his gold shirt, if you will, at Mike Outlaw, and we are underway here in this singles contest. Mike Outlaw taking on Rashid Ali. It should be a highly athletic affair here between these two competitors.
Man, you talk about that gold shirt. He told me he just bought that last week. $2,500, that shirt. Pure silk. Look, just sitting over there. It's worth more than anyone else in this building. Referee better take his greasy paws off it.
Referee David Gulick officiating this competition. Well, it looks like he was trying to ram him head first, and Mike Outlaw reverses it and smashes the head of Rashid Ali off that top turnbuckle. What a great crowd we have here tonight in Overland Park, Kansas.
Great crowd here at the Shrine Temple, but you know, I can't take my eyes off. Why does Mike Outlaw still have his handcuffs on? It's an illegal object.
Oh, will you stop? He is not using those handcuffs.
Finally.
Like, he must have heard you and you shout enough. He heard you telling him to take it off, and now he's planning his next move. And there's a nice reverse elbow into the corner on Rashid Ali.
Come on, Rashid.
You deserve a choice. We're here to give it to you.
This is X1051.
More music, less talk, all day. 105-minute nonstop X blocks at 8 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. You and us together. A new alternative for Kansas City.
X1051.
Right with the elbow of Mike Outlaw and sends him shoulder first into that post. Mike Outlaw looks to be in a world of hurt right now on the outside of the ring.
Takes out his elbow, then his shoulder. This is where Rashid's going to go to work. Just raking over that guardrail.
Oh, slamming that shoulder and that elbow over the security railing on the outside, giving those great fans in the front row a really close-up view of the action here in the NWL.
Throwing him back in the ring, stopping that count, but not going to stop working that arm.
Almost an Anderson-like attack on that appendage of Mike Outlaw.
Come on, Rashid.
Making sure that whatever move Mike Outlaw has planned for Rashid, it'll be tough to do any type of slam if he can't lift anybody with that left arm.
You know, Mike Outlaw obviously has the experience level on Rashid Ali. Get him. Come on, I thought he had him right there. He's going to have to stop talking. You know, Mike Outlaw has the experience level on Rashid, but Rashid now obviously going old school here, working over that arm, continuing to beat that down, but this is not what he should be doing.
Oh, it looks like Mike Outlaw schoolboy roll-up gets a 2 count.
That was a cheap move by Outlaw.
Cheap move. He's taking advantage of the situation. Once again, Rashid goes back to that left arm and shoulder.
You know, any true hero in wrestling, Ben, should always face his opponent when he tries to put a move on him. He should not try to roll him up in a schoolboy out of nowhere when he's trying to have a discussion with the ref. Come on, get up.
Ryan McGillicuddy all of a sudden wants people to abide by the rules.
Yes.
Write it down, folks.
I hate rule breakers. You know that, Ben. Come on. He's
Rashid Ali breaking down Mike Outlaw, keeping the work, keeping that arm, secured here, trying to really wear down Mike Outlaw. And Mike Outlaw looks like it might be working. Rashid Ali's plan might be working.
Working that left arm. That he hurt the elbow, he hurt the shoulder. Now he's just trying to pop it out of place there. And Outlaw trying to get some help from these the crowd members, and they're chanting him for some reason.
Outlaw whipping him off the ropes. Rashid Ali puts the brakes on. Nice back elbow after Mike Outlaw charging in, trying to get some offense going here in this contest. Oh, he could be going for that Cobra clutch.
Oh, come on, that would have been great.
Mike Outlaw putting a stop to that. Rashid keeps trying to fire away. Mike Outlaw firing with one arm. Nice headbutt right to the top of the head of Rashid Ali.
But his arm is still hurting him, man.
Clothesline hits Seguri. Connects with the back of the head of Rashid Ali.
Come on, Rashid.
Here comes that diving European uppercut off the second rope. We've seen him use that to great effectiveness here in the NWL.
He's not covering him. What's going on?
Outlaw loves to go to the high ring district, and this may be no different. What is he? He's got one good arm here. What is he planning on doing? Maybe dropping that elbow with the other arm.
Come on!
But sure enough, from the heavens, elbow right into the sternum. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Mike Outlaw picks up a victory over the debuting Rashid Ali.
Well, you see the damage that Rashid did to that left arm of Mike Outlaw, but Outlaw pulls out the victory over the richest man on the roster, Rashid Ali.
I will totally understand, Ryan, if you have to leave the commentary booth for check.
I'm going to.
On your new friend Rashid Ali, we don't want you back. I mean, we
No,
don't
I'm coming back. I don't care if you don't want me back.
This is the faces of fear. Meng, Barbarian. That's right. And let me tell you something. Right here. Look at that. It's all about NWL. NWL is it. And be there to listen to it. NWL.
All right, here we go, Ryan. Another hard-hitting affair happening on NWL TV right now. The Lakota Warrior Red Cloud, accompanied by Niles.
The Connoisseur. Niles Plonk. We at least got his last name right. Plonk.
Introduction from Midnight Guthrie. Niles Plonk.
You notice something different here? The attire of Red Cloud?
I hadn't noticed. What's different about his attire? I mean, it's green now.
He's got the new vineyard, winery, cachet going on there. It says vintage. He's got the corkscrew. I mean, he's got a whole new apparel line because of Niles Plonk.
Well, I mean, he looks great. I mean, he's a fine physical specimen. Speaking of which, here comes one of the most dastardly people on the roster, Leo Howlett.
How can you not like him?
There you go, Leo Howlett being introduced to a chorus of cheers and boos here in Overland Park, Kansas. Wherever this guy goes, controversy falls.
Man, I would not want to ever be on the wrong side of Leonel Howlett. I mean, what has this guy not done since he's joined the NWL? He's kidnapped people, he's hit on someone's mom, he's burned t-shirts, he's destroyed people in ladder matches and table matches, and I think it's going to happen tonight when he, I love Niles Plonk, definitely, but Leonel Howlett is probably going to have to just systematically destroy Red Cloud, and I think he can do it rather easily, really.
Now, the history between Leo Howlett and Niles Plonk, and actually more importantly Lakota Red Cloud, goes back quite far to the early days of the NWL, where Leo Howlett, actually one half of the Howletts obviously, shaved the beard, the ceremonial beard of the Lakota Warrior Red Cloud, so the hatred runs deep between these two competitors.
Well, let me ask you, Ben, is it better or worse that he lost that scruffy beard? Did Leonel Howlett actually do him a favor?
I actually really like the beard of the Lakota Warrior. I mean, again, great guy, great physical specimen either way, but I think he's going to be looking to kind of put a serious hurting more so than usual on somebody like Leo Howlett. Beautiful press slam, and there's that country strength, as we say, a nice stinger splash into the corner. Beautiful shoulder block.
The NWL is brought to you by Flying Monkey Beer, doing things that are fun with people who are cool since 1996. And by the Windy Wine Company, fun wines, good times. Also by Local Pig, located just east of City Market, a whole animal butcher shop featuring locally sourced animals raised outdoors with no hormones or antibiotics. But I really want Leonel to be Red Cloud.
Nice vertical suplex, kicks out at only 1. And now Leo Howlett, reeling from this last bit of offense, is scurried to the outside, trying to collect himself and get a breather. But keep your eyes on Lakota, because this is a man who actually enjoys fighting on the outside. And just like I said, and there he is with a hard right hand right to the chops of Leo Howlett.
And look at Niles just directing traffic there. I mean, this is something that let's talk about the relationship between Niles and Red Cloud. I mean, Red Cloud is his backup butler now, since Red Cloud did all that horrible stuff to Belvedere and hurt Niles' regular butler. Red Cloud now has to be Niles' butler until Belvedere is cleared medically, and that has not happened yet.
There's some dissension, though, in the ranks of the Plonk camp, if you will, as Lakota has been showing some dissension. He hasn't been following his butler-like rules, which he shouldn't, because he's been trapped. He's been a prisoner of Niles Plonk for the last God knows how long, 2 months now, and he needs to get away from the wine connoisseur if he expects to live a normal life ever again.
Hey, he's not a Welsher. That's the best thing I can say about him. He has lived up to his side of the thing. He lost a bet with Niles Plonk, and he has been his backup butler ever since, after he hurt Belvedere, that poor little Belvedere, and his poor neck. And look at Niles just what is Niles talking about?
What is he telling him? Is he telling him not to go off the top rope with this possibly flying shoulder block, which he uses? Look at, he's just and then Leo taking advantage. Oh, beautiful kick right to the side of the head. Leo Howlett again showing that impressive agility.
If I didn't know any better, I would think that Niles was doing that on purpose to take out Red Claw.
That's exactly what he did.
There's no way he would do that, right? I mean, there's no way he would do that to his own butler, would he?
Sometimes I wonder if we're even watching the same match. Like, you obviously saw that was a calculated plan.
Of course I did.
He wants to see Lakota fail at all opportunities, except when he's pouring his wine. That's the only time he wants to see the Lakota Warrior succeed.
He can't even do that. He leaves streaks all over the glasses. He can't even pour wine right. He can't uncork a bottle right. I mean, his butler duties, he's getting an F so far there, Ben.
Oh, high elevation on that knee drop right into the sternum of the Lakota Warrior, and he looks to be in serious trouble after Leo capitalized on that distraction by Niles Plonk.
Well, let's face it, Red Cloud has cost Niles matches. He's allowed Niles to get hurt because he doesn't follow orders. He doesn't do what Niles tells him to do when Niles wants him to attack whoever it is in the ring. I mean, he is not living up in that regard. He is not doing what he's told. And I don't know. If I'm Niles, I might just have to beat him up.
Here, let me lay this out for you. This is a simple, basic human fact. The Lakota Warrior is a good person. Niles Plonk is not. That doesn't change no matter who your employer is. So now, Lakota Warrior, high elevation.
I love that combo.
He's going for a cover here, and maybe an upset.
Come on.
Gets a 2 count on the Lakota Warrior. Like I was saying, that doesn't change. The Lakota Warrior is a good person, and he is going to remain that whether he's under the employment, quote-unquote, of Niles Plonk or not.
Well, that is too bad, because you know what? Sometimes if you have an evil boss, a boss that you don't agree with all the time, sometimes you'll get further in life if you just listen to the person that's more successful than you. Maybe they're not the best person in public, but you know what, Ben? Sometimes you just have to, further your own career. And Red Cloud, for some reason, wants to be, I'm the nice guy. I'm not going to listen to the connoisseur, the guy that has his own vineyard. I'm going to go and be I'm going to go help Granny across the street.
I'd rather live that life than sit in the lap of somebody who pretends that they live in the lap of luxury and there's a handful of hair. The referee needs to really check that next time Leo Howlett jerks him to the mat like that. I saw a handful of hair.
Well, maybe he should have shaved his head too when he was at it. Then he wouldn't have any hair to pull either in the front or the back.
And now Niles, does Niles even really want the Lakota Warrior to beat Leo Howlett? Why is he even out here?
Well, like I said, I think he's out there because Red Cloud has cost Niles matches. Maybe he's out here just maybe he wants him to lose. Maybe he wants to enact some discipline here. And this is discipline, Ben. I know you don't have any kids, but this is what you do with your children. You discipline them when they don't listen to you and do what you're told. And that's what it's had to drop down to that level with Red Cloud.
Now stomping a mud hole, the Lakota warrior. Leo Howlett seems to be incensed here tonight. I mean, this guy has a mouthpiece on him, but also backs it up in the ring. Lakota stands up, and a beautiful spine buster lays out Leo Howlett.
Leo was going to do his cannonball in the corner, and that just got stopped. You know what? Red Cloud cannot beat Leo. Come on. Niles, take a closer look at Red Cloud, if you know what I mean. Come on. He needs to be taught a lesson.
Both men struggling to get back up to a vertical base and exchanging right hands in the middle of the ring here in Overland Park. Right hand for right. These two are heavy hitters in the NWL. Neither one willing to back down an inch. Let's see who gets the best of this exchange here. Leo Howlett firing. Look at these shots.
Oh, no.
Oh, kicks him right in the midsection.
That always works. Is that a midsection?
Reversal on the Irish whip. Lakota tries for a clothesline. Oh, and both men collide in the center of the ring, going for cross body blocks. And now referee Nick Chin putting the count on him. If they don't make it up by the count of 10, this match will be over for both combatants.
Can you imagine that? The collision these two had in the middle of the ring. Niles getting that front row view there, and what's going to happen here is the count is on. Looks like Lakota's getting to his feet first.
Looks like both men are trying to make their way using the assistance of the ropes, and both men are spent in a highly physical.
What's Niles doing?
Just
talking to the ref.
He just threw something to Leo Howlett, and he decked him with it, whatever that was, that foreign object free, and that's it.
Yes.
With the assistance of Niles Plonk.
He didn't have anything. He was talking to the ref.
He just tucked it back into his tights. Well, I'll be darned. I can't believe. I didn't even think Niles would stoop this low to turn on his own butler, if you will.
Are you kidding me? His butler has cost him matches himself, and look at Niles. He's applauding Leonel Howlett.
And they just shook hands, and the fix was in from the start.
I've said this once, and I'll say it again. Working for Niles Plonk has got to be one of the worst jobs in the history of the NWL. Poor Red Cloud having to lose his match against Leo Howlett because of interference by his own employer. I really hope that this job is going to be coming to an end very soon. Let's head down to the control room, where Ben has this week's NWL update.
Thanks, Marty. It's Ben Miller with your NWL update for this week. Now, let me tell you, the NWL has been all across Missouri and the Midwest spreading the good word to believe in wrestling again. And we made a stop in St. Joe, Missouri, and the main event was Maverick taking on Hardcore Bob Holly. Two of the hardest hitters in the world of professional wrestling went toe-to-toe in St. Joe. Take a look at some of these clips. As you can see, this contest was back and forth from the start. Test of strength. We didn't know who was going to win between these two. And then you finally see Bob Holly get the upper hand on Maverick. Then Maverick was able to turn the tables, and it looked like he may have had the victory until Bob Holly reversed the fortune once again, had him up in that Alabama slam, and then here comes Dak Draper, the scene stealer himself, and he distracted Bob Holly long enough for Maverick to pick up the 1-2-3. And Bob Holly, never one to back down from a fight, actually got the upper hand at the very end of this match after losing to Maverick by hitting his textbook Alabama slam. As you can see, the crowd in St. Joe was on fire. Such a legendary, historic wrestling town finally gets wrestling back, courtesy of the NWL. Now, if you want to find out where we're going to be next, go to nwleague.com for all of our events. You can even buy tickets. And that site is kicking butt and taking names. It's newly redesigned. So speaking of the redesign of our website, nwleague.com, we have power rankings now that you can look at. at nwleague.com every Monday. Now, Major Baisden and the Championship Committee are the people who put together these power rankings each and every week. The power rankings are also interactive, so any wrestler that you want to learn more about, see all their videos, see their bios, you can get that information on nwleague.com. So now, let's go to the power rankings. All right, coming in at number 10 is the wine connoisseur himself, Niles Plonk. Coming in at number 9 is the guy from Wellston, the former Des Wellston, now Mike Outlaw, coming in at number 9. Number 8 is the Bull City boss himself, Cornell Douglas. Number 7 is the man who's been on fire as of late here in the NWL, none other than Thor Terrio. Number 6 comes in from the stiff Robo Ginger himself after picking up a big victory this past weekend at one of our traveling events. Gary J moves up and hits number 6. The reclusive giant Jack Foster has been all over the NWL, but especially feuding with the Foundation, has picked up some big victories lately, and he is number 5. Number 4 is the Monarch himself, 1/3 of the Foundation, Jeremy White. Coming in at number 3, maybe a shock to some of you at home, Captain KC himself, Blaine Meeks. And number 2 this week is the Raging Bull, the NWL STL champion, the son of Texas, Maverick. And of course, sitting at top of the heap, the king of the mountain this week in the NWL Power Rankings is Dak Draper, the NWL KC champion. All right, well, that was the top 10 Power Rankings for this week. I can't wait to see what happens as the weeks and months unfold with these new Power Rankings. Go to nwleague.com, as I said, to check them out. And that's all the time I have now. That's it for the NWL Update. I'm Ben Miller. We'll see you next time.
The NWL is brought to you by X1051 is Kansas City's alternative. More music, less talk, all day. Listen for 105-minute non-stop X blocks at 8 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. And by Champion Tattoo and Body Piercing, Johnson County's premier custom tattooing and piercing studio. Stop by the shop located at 1016 East Santa Fe in Olathe, Kansas.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. It is time for our main event of the evening. The Faces of Fear take on NWL champions Dak Draper and Maverick.
And we all know that the Faces of Fear have a long storied history in professional wrestling as being one of the most fearsome tag teams in all of wrestling. Get it? But now they get to apply their craft and their trade against two of the biggest champions in the NWL, Dakota Draper and Maverick. This should be a war for the ages.
We were able to catch up with the champions, Dak Draper and Maverick. Let's head down and see what they had to say.
August 18th in Overland Park, Kansas. The mile-high Magnum Dak Draper and the Raging Bull Maverick come face to face with the Faces of Fear. It's no secret. We've heard all kinds of stories about how Barbarian is the strongest guy in wrestling history. We've heard even more stories about how Meng is the toughest fighter in...
Whoa. Let me just cut you off right there. Meng was one of the toughest fighters in professional wrestling. You see, ever since I started, all I heard was stories about how Meng is one of the baddest men alive, how he pulled a man's eye right out of its socket. Meng, you made a career of stomping all over opponents here and there, but you ain't gonna run over the Raging Bull, and you sure as hell ain't gonna run over Dak Draper.
We've been hearing stories our whole lives, and the Raging Bull and the Mile High Magnum, we don't like to hear stories. We write books. And Meng, Barbarian, the next chapter is all about you.
All right, here we go, Ryan. I'm so excited. It is main event time here in Overland Park for NWL television. And these guys do not need an introduction from me or anybody else. Haku and the Barbarian are here tonight.
I cannot believe they're here in Kansas to take on the two greatest wrestlers on the NWL roster. Look at that. Haku, Meng, Tonga, whatever you want to call him, the toughest guy in wrestling history. And then another, second to none, Barbarian, who would be the toughest guy in the history of the company if Meng wasn't here. I mean, can you imagine what these two people together can do against Draper and Maverick? The two champions in the NWL are going to have to really put on their game faces today to take these two guys on.
But if anybody in the NWL can put up a fight against somebody like the Faces of Fear, it would be these two guys right here. And this guy in particular, Maverick, the Raging Bull, the son of Texas, and your NWL STL champion.
Don't forget his main man, his agent, his super agent, his advisor, Drew Gold.
I do try to forget him on a daily basis, as I've called him time and time again, the Svengali, the Don King of the NWL is here.
Don King, super successful, by the way. What's wrong with that? Took a guy from the streets named Mike Tyson, made him a Broadway star. That was all because of Don King. He owes everything to him, just like Maverick is probably going to owe everything to Drew Gold once he takes every belt, every championship, and every victory in the NWL. But I mean, he's got to be looking across that ring and seeing Meng and Barbarian. And even though he is very brave and a very strong man himself, I don't know. I've heard enough stories about Meng and poking eyeballs out and biting people's noses off that I don't know if Maverick should be that confident.
But his confidence is about to expand tenfold because his tag team partner in this Champions versus Legends match is the NWL reigning, defending Kansas City champion, that man right there, the Mile High Magnum, Draper.
Everybody get on your feet and show some respect to the champion, the undefeated NWL Kansas City champion, who is teaming up with the other champion, the second greatest man in the business, Maverick. But again, you talk about Meng, Haku, whatever you want to call him. I call him whatever he wants me to call him because this guy is scary to see in an alleyway. Barbarian as well. I mean, I don't know. Are these guys going to be able to hang with these two legends?
There's one question I am dying to find out. Ever since this match was announced, I have been on pins and needles waiting to see who's going to come out victorious here tonight. And with our introductions, here's Midnight Guthrie.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Main Event City. This tag team attraction is Legends versus Champions. Introducing team.
Crowd chanting Legends.
Some respect for the champions would be nice.
As Maverick steals the microphone. What is Maverick? Well, now I think he's handing off to the Svengali himself.
I just do what the man tells me to, Daddy. Here are your champions, a word that is foreign to each and every one of you losers in Overland Park,
come on.
Kansas City. To my left, the Mile High Magnum, your Kansas City champion, Draper.
Yes, undefeated.
Well, after Drew Gold goes bankrupt, he's got a career in
And
ring
the man you came to see, your St. Louis champion, the Raging Bull, Maverick!
I should say once his meal tickets fly.
Man, Drew Gold is so much better than Midnight Guthrie. It's pathetic.
And their opponents from the Kingdom of Tonga. Total combined weight, 575 pounds. Considered still amongst their peers to be the toughest men in the world today. This is Meng and the Barbarian, the Faces of Fear.
As as you noticed before the introductions were made. Oh, now the champs are jumping the legends from behind, which may be a big mistake because you don't want to raise the ire of Meng and the Barbarian.
If you're gonna attack him, you better do it from behind. I mean, you're gonna do it in their face. Like I said, they're gonna break your arm and spin your eye hole. I mean, Drew Gold is the one that had them sort of looking into the corner and allowed these guys to attack. So let's see if they can bash their heads here.
Oh, nice reversal there. The champs reverse that and send the two legends down with thunderous clotheslines. And look, there's Dak Draper was fighting in the crowd. Looks like Barbarian might have chucked him into the third row. Now it seems like they've switched dance partners, so to speak, as Barbarian goes toe-to-toe with Maverick, and now Dak Draper trying to fight off the offense of Meng.
What you don't want here, Ben, you know you don't want to get either the big boot from the Barbarian or the tongue and death grip from Meng, because if you get one of those, it's probably over. So as whatever you do, guys, just stay down, cover your throat, whatever you have to do, but you don't want those to happen. I feel bad for Maverick now.
Oh, look at Barbarian taking Maverick here, our nicely displayed LED board up on the stage here in Overland Park as Barbarian, he was hitting him a little south of the border there for my taste.
What is this, no DQ? What, legends don't get DQ'd for anything here? And look at Meng just praying the poor Dak Draper.
What are you gonna tell them that they can't do the things that they want to do? Absolutely not.
I'm not talking to these guys.
Oh!
God! Did you hear that?
This is broken down into a fight already. All referee David Goulet can do is just stand by and watch, because he's definitely not going to try to lay down the law with the faces of fear.
Referee David looks like a deer in headlights. He's scared to death to be around these guys, like he's going to count them out or anything.
Referee Nick Chin now looks like, oh, hard knife edge chop by the Barbarian here. Order may be restored for the time being in this matchup, as all four competitors have made their way back into the ring.
Working that breadbasket area again is Barbarian, but look at this.
Barbarian with those mounted punches in the corner, raining right hands down right to the top of the head of the Raging Bull.
No!
There's a 10
poor Maverick.
10
punches in the Barbarian. Look at Meng clapping over there. It's horrible. Come on, Maverick.
Oh, knee right into the kidneys.
Yes.
And the Barbarian didn't even feel it as he hits him with a right hand, and Dak Draper spills to the outside.
Nice clothesline.
Maverick with a nice clothesline takes Barbarian off his feet, and now here comes champ number 2.
Keep dropping those knees.
Quick knee drops by the Mile High Magnum, going for a cover here, hoping to capitalize, and gets a 2 count on the Barbarian.
How big would this be for Dak and Maverick to beat the faces of fear here in Kansas? This will be fantastic. Not only are they the greatest champions in NWL history, but they'll be taking out 2 of the toughest men ever in professional wrestling history.
What a main event for everybody here in Overland Park and everybody at home watching us on NWL KC television. Man, this is historic so far. The faces of fear are facing the champs, and I can't get enough of it.
Beating on the back of the Barbarian in the wrong part of town now. And this is, look, the tag team of the Faces of Fear, they can learn some things about tagging in like these guys.
Oh, hard double whip into that buckle.
Oh, no.
It looks like Meng was getting ready to get involved there. And now Maverick showing some bravery, taunting him as the 2 champs put the double team on the Barbarian.
Maverick must have a death wish today. Why would you want Meng to come into the ring? Come on, guys. Wide open.
Him up here. Nice right hand right into the ribs of the Barbarian. The Mile High Magnum trying to put the beat down on the Barbarian. I don't even think I've seen Barbarian. I mean, he may have went down once in this match, and now look Look at Meng coming in the ring.
No!
Belly to back suplex with authority, and now the Raging Bull comes in with a quick elbow drop. Referee Nick Chin didn't see the tag. 1, 2.
I thought Meng got the tag, but apparently Nick Chin didn't see it. So look, he had a 3 count. Maverick knew he had him, and Nick Chin was screwing around with Meng.
In case you missed that on your replay there, Ryan, they didn't get the tag on the champ side either. That was an illegal tag, and now Maverick is in the ring, and referee Nick Chin puts a 2 count on the Barbarian.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just know that Meng and Barbarian obviously didn't tag, and Barbarian's still in there getting worked over by Maverick and Dak. And Meng can sit there hopefully on the sidelines and not come in here and break anyone's arm in half or whatever other legend you've heard about him.
Nice leg drop by one of the champions there, gets another 2 count.
Ben, is this true? Is it true that you really want the Faces of Fear to destroy these 2 men like these guys have done in bars and rings around the world for decades?
I just want a nice competitive matchup, and I know the Faces of Fear are the team that can do that to the champions, Dakota, Draper. And see, look, another shortcut as Dak Draper takes advantage of referee Nick Chin trying to control Meng. I do not envy referee Nick Chin in this position in this match.
Not at all, but you know what? You sit here and call us shortcuts from Dak and Maverick, but what are you supposed to do when you have Meng and Barbarian in there? You have to do whatever it takes.
Run for your lives. Do not sign on the dotted line to begin with, because it might be suicide. Nice neck breaker by the Barbarian.
I think it was true that Meng one time took out what? I heard like 20, 30 people in a bar fight by himself. I mean, this is a cakewalk for him. Keep him on the outside.
Barbarian struggling to get back up to his feet, but if he makes the tag to his partner Meng, it could be short work for him once he hits the ring, and he can take out Dak Draper and Maverick by himself. And here comes Meng. Oh God, kick right in the breadbasket. Sends the that sounded like a shotgun. That sounded like an absolute gun going off here. Clothesline into the corner.
Come on, Maverick, get in here.
Oh, clothesline dang near takes the head off of the champ. 2, and the champion barely kicks out right before the count of 3.
What is this?
Belly to back suplex, driving the champ into the ring, making the cover 2.
Oh, thank you. Stop chanting him. No!
Could he be signaling for that deadly Tongan death grip on the champion here? No, he kicks him right in the chest.
Get up, get up. Come on.
1, 2.
Thank goodness Maverick
in there for the save.
I think it was over if Maverick didn't get in there. And here comes Barbarian. Why is he in there?
Now it looks like we may have referee Nick Chin again in the non-enviable position of trying to get control of this match, especially when both Faces of Fear are in there. Oh no, he could be going for that pile driver.
No.
He hits, he just stuffed Dak Draper right on top of his head. A vicious pile driver.
No.
1, 2, no! Dak Draper gets his foot on the second rope. Good night, what a pile driver.
You're not going to give him credit? He just kicked out of the pile driver from Meng. How did that even happen? Dak Draper is superhuman.
I think Dak Draper, nice chop on the outside by Barbarian to Maverick. These guys are just putting the beat down. I almost, wow, look at that beautiful big splash.
What's going on there?
Now Drew Gold trying to get it, and he couldn't put the count because Drew Gold was trying to interfere in the matchup.
Drew Gold needs a raise.
I don't think he can possibly take more money from Maverick. And now Meng, ducks the clothesline.
Yes.
These shots, beautiful back elbow sends Meng spill. Oh, that big boot. There's that big boot.
No.
And now Maverick with the championship in his hand. Oh, come on. And he racks in that match. This match is over.
He crowned him.
Instead of getting beat the champs, put disqualification in their minds, and that's what they got.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the use of the championship belt, your winners by disqualification, the Faces of Fear.
You know what? I can't blame Maverick for doing that. I mean, I don't know how it was going to end, but I give it credit to these two boys for being in there with the Faces of Fear. What's this?
But now Maverick is left in there with Huck. Oh, no.
Oh, look at Drew.
You got to be kidding.
Sacrificing himself for his man.
This may be the greatest moment of my life. Witnessing what I think is about to happen.
He's an advisor.
To the Svengali himself.
No.
Drew Gold.
Stop. No, what is that?
Oh, and the Tongan death grip is locked on Drew Gold. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Save him. Maverick said go help him. Somebody help him.
This is the greatest day of my broadcasting career. Drew Gold has finally got punishment put upon him by Meng.
The Tongan death grip on Drew Gold. How is Drew gonna even get out of the ring? This is horrible. But you know what? Goodness, Drew Gold went in there and sacrificed himself for Maverick and Dak. And like I said, the guy needs a raise. These guys are the scariest men ever walking in NWL locker room, and I'm pretty sure it'll never be topped.
Win, lose, or draw, the Faces of Fear put the beat down on the champs, and thanks to them, Drew Gold will never be the same, and I love it. Thank you, Meng and the Barbarian, for coming to the NWL.
The joke's in Midnight Guthrie clap for him. Know who pays your checks, moron. This guy's just scary. I'm glad I'm not out there.
Look at that. Meng and the Barbarian have made an impact here in the NWL. And what a main event we've seen here tonight. The Faces of Fear took on the champs, and they are reigning supreme here tonight.
Two legends in the NWL who escape with the victory.
We got to go, folks. We'll see you next time on NWL TV. Good night, everybody.